Tell me. What do I lie about? What do I spew misinformation about? Give me something. I'll let you speak.
You know what, Chris? Listen to me.
Please. Wait. Annie told me that I'm splitting families up with the lies I tell. Now she has me right here. I will be quiet, and she can tell me what lies I'm spitting. I'd like to know, and I'll listen.
Wait, let me get your age first.
Maybe I'll learn.
Can I get your age for TikTok purposes, Chris?
I'm 22.
Because you said you're a boy. So 22-year-olds are boys?
Yeah, I think the point is that you're like over double my age.
Since he said he was a boy, you should drop him.
Yeah, so again, like still won't talk about politics.
This is the thing about you, dude.
Still won't talk about politics. Still won't even try. Amy says,
"What's your favorite policy that Trump has?"
Okay, here we go.
What's your favorite policy that? Yeah, there we go. Okay. What's your favorite policy
that Trump has?
Yeah,
I don't think Trump has. And
there's not one.
I don't
know. Say one.
I mean, I think I don't really. I think his border policy is like really bad economically. I think I
said what policy?
I know. I'm trying to go through. I'm trying to think. So economically, I'm kind of confused about his general plans. I'm as a personal voter, I'm not really understood. I'm not quite sure what Donald Trump wants to do with a lot of the main parts of our country. He goes back and forth quite a bit on things like the economy and what he wants to do with tariffs, what he wants to do with mass deportation. I don't know what other policy proposals.
What do you think he should do? You think that it would be better for America and for our society to not have something in place to make it safer?
Well, I think actually
the structure of it.
Actually, I would obviously I would support. I'm not like I don't support open borders, but the idea behind facts don't care about your feelings is economically the reason the U.S.'s GDP, one of the core reasons the U.S.'s GDP is outpacing every other nation on earth. Is because of immigration. We actually don't have enough native-born U.S. workers to work every single job, and every economist will say this. So when Bloomberg estimates that if we spend $2 trillion on a mass deportation, our GDP is going to decrease 9% over the next 10 years, that's because if you remove a bunch of people, there will not be enough people to work every single job. So I think that would
not
be
a bunch of people. How many people?
Disaster. Well, mass deportation.
That's bold. That's not completely true, Chris. Because
it all absolutely is true.
It all depends on where inflation's at. Okay.
Wait, that has nothing to do with inflation. We don't have enough native-born U.S. workers to work every job. When COVID started, boomers started retiring at a rate of 2 to 1.
And now there's not enough jobs.
No. It's not that there's enough jobs. There's not enough native U.S.-born workers. So everybody cites, every economist cites, if you
and you're right. So what gives people to hop the line and jump the line over people who have been waiting to come in this country legally? For those workers to come that we need, right? Mm-hmm. So why can't they respect our country? Name a country that I can go into illegally and me not get in trouble.
I'm actually not familiar with like a lot of other countries' immigration processes.
There's not one.
Well, I will say that I agree that our process should be significantly faster. That's why like our immigration system has been fundamentally broken for a while. That's why
I agree as well. I have immigrants in my family.
I don't agree.
So the bipartisan border bill would have approved or denied visas within 6 months. So that bill could have passed 9 fucking months ago, but it didn't.
Well,
and why honestly,
at this point,
because Trump killed it.
Unless they have all of the judges.
No, it wasn't because of Trump. It was because it says right here.
Why?
That if you bring up the bipartisan bill, I mean, you can even chat GBT it. I mean, go ahead and do it actually, because I'm trying to do two things.
I'm just asking why it didn't pass.
Well, it says President Joe Biden has threatened to veto the bill, arguing that it could unfairly tip the balance of the judiciary.
Wait, what?
This has created a divide with many Democrats now opposing
I have
the bill.
No idea. I think you're reading a different bill.
Support.
Joe Biden has pledged to sign the bipartisan border bill 100,000 times.
I'm literally reading it.
You're reading.
Do you want me to screenshot? Do you want me to send it to you right now?
Yes,
I'm going to.
I promise you on everything I love.
I'm going to send you.
No, Amy, I'm trying to help you. I can't hear you when you're off TikTok. I know you can hear me. I'm trying to help you. I swear, I think you're actually mixed up, and I don't want you to be mixed up. But like, you're referring to a different bill.
Well, tell me if I'm mixed up. Here, I'm going to send it to you right now.
Okay, you're like 100% referring to a different bill. I don't know what bill it is.
Okay, well, tell me what bill.
Please.
Is she DMing you that right now?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So I want to speak to you about. I want to speak.
Okay.
I want to speak to you about. So since we were on the border, what do you think about Donald Trump placing tariffs on Canada, Mexico? And I know you want this conversation right now. Okay, I can see it in your eyes. Canada, Mexico, and China. Look at you. You're like foaming at the mouth like a dog right now that's got like a meal in front of him.
I mean,
okay?
yeah.
Go ahead. Tell me about the tariffs.
Yeah,
Canada,
I mean, I think that like
Mexico,
I think
and,
obviously,
and China.
yeah, I think obviously we're like alienating ourselves on like a global stage, and with our allies, as Canada's like obviously already expressed they're very upset and willing to like withhold oil, for example. So like obviously like when they 90+% of our avocados, for example, come from Mexico. So if we slap a 25% tariff, like things like avocados will be extremely expensive for the American consumer and cause inflation. But I also think it's important to note that like we're just alienating ourselves with our allies. Our allies are furious, and they're going to if we go through and enact these very widespread blanket tariffs, they're going to do the same thing back, aka a trade war, because their exports will decrease. They'll be mad, and so they'll place tariffs back. Our exports will decrease, and we'll be alienated around the world with some amount of inflation. I think every economist would say, and it generally just makes logical sense, that if we want to boost domestic production, if the goal of tariffs is we want more goods to come from the United States, we should be using capitalism to do that. We should be giving businesses tax cuts and incentives to produce things in America. Like right now in America, private companies are spending more money on electrical manufacturing than ever before in American history, and it's not close. It's actually stunning. Like we've created an entire new industry just in 2 and 3 years, and that's because Joe Biden passed the CHIPS Act, where we gave private businesses we gave private. I'm just giving you an example. We gave private businesses tax cuts.
Have a little back and forth here.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, why not just use capitalism, give people tax cuts to produce?
We are never going to be able to compete on a global stage with building things in the United States with countries like China. Okay, do you understand that? It costs too much for us to build shit here. Okay. So that's called Build Back America. And I know that it's going to weigh on the American people, okay, to build back the United States. That's not a debate. We get that, okay? I know that you want to jump to that, but there's a bigger picture here. And I understand that you don't look at things from a lens that pans from side to side. You look at it from, what does the Democratic Party think? What do my friends Parker and Harry and Dean think about this? How can we make more gifts on TikTok? Okay, that's the way I think you think about it. Now I'm going to tell you why. Okay, and then you can tell me that I'm wrong. Okay, if you listen to the words of a president, I do listen to the words of Donald Trump. Not all of them, but as of lately, I have listened to him. He actually spoke on Truth Social and said his number one reason right now for using tariffs as a bargaining tool, talking to Trudeau out of Canada and Mexico, is 25% is due to him wanting to stop the F substance coming across the border. Okay, how many unalivings from the F substance happen in the United States annually, Chris?
A lot.
Take a wild guess. You should know this.
I don't know. A lot.
75,000 a year, roughly. Okay? Let's say that his bargaining tool with his tariff, because that's what his main concern is right now. Fact check me. Okay? That's what his main concern is. Let's say that he dropped that down to 35,000. Okay? How much is 35,000 American lives worth? Put a number on it for me.
I don't know.
Is it priceless? Would you say it's priceless?
So yes, I understand. I understand the concept of what I understand.
This is the concept. Listen, if that actually did work, your argument about tariffs is worthless. I do want to be clear that like if one of the reasons like
first of all, just quickly, and I'll address what you said. Like one of the reasons you voted for Trump is the economy and how inflation is ruining people's lives. Again, like cannot be overstated that like Goldman Sachs estimated that inflation would increase 1.5% by the middle of 2025 with these blanket tariffs. And with that, like the entire economy will obviously start to slide. The market will react very poorly. People will become unemployed because it'll be, oh my God, we haven't recovered. And so like that would be, in my opinion, probably could potentially be a catastrophic effect over like the next 4 years. It's like we try to figure out if how the economy, how inflation is going to affect the economy, as we've obviously seen. And you've argued that inflation has been very deadly to people's lives and the economy. Number two, yeah, I mean, Joe Biden, when he invited Xi Jinping to San Francisco, one of his requirements for meeting was that he would start to stem the flow or work on stemming the flow of F-drug through China, because that's where the majority of it is coming. I think that like Mexico,
it's not where the majority of it's coming.
The majority
of it's coming from Sinaloa. But yes, probably a lot of it does come from China.
Okay, well, regardless, sure. I again like
also like tons of freighters of Gibson guitars that are fraudulent that as of recently have come from China as well.
Yeah. So like I think that the Mexican government is like very obviously very willing to work with the American government at the border and like try to like stem.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, false.
Okay, I mean,
I think Donald Trump said, I'm going to tariff the shit out of your country until I start seeing a secure border, especially with help on your side. We have already seen caravans turned around. Many caravans turned around.
I will just like in general say that I don't know that that's even what like I've been told by. I don't know what Donald Trump's economic plans are. It's interesting that the guy who apparently always says it how it is, says it raw. Like everyone has to explain to me what his plan is because he can't just say it. Sometimes he says he wants blanket tariffs. Sometimes he says he wants to replace income tax with tariffs. Sometimes you say like if you claimed in the first part that you wanted tariffs to produce increase domestic production, and when I said there's better ways to do that, you said, oh, actually I don't want tariffs at all. They're just a bargaining tool. So again, like the clarity around what the advantage of the tariffs are is confusing. Listen. I think like Republicans are not funding things that could go to help things like using the F-drug, like funding significantly more like mental health facilities or mental health just access in the country. Joe Biden just signed an executive order forcing private companies, certain private healthcare companies to treat mental health the same as physical health and give people coverage for mental health.
To a different conversation.
It's not. Wait. That's not deflecting. That's very key.
No, it's not. I'm going to ask you a question, staying on topic here. This was relative to what I was saying here. Okay. Do you think that we should have the same economy as, say, Mexico, say, China? Do you think the United States should have the same economy? It should kind of be a worldwide thing?
I think we have I think Donald Trump is being handed the most robust, strongest economy in modern American history.
Do you think our dollar should be worth more than
the dollar is the strongest it has ever been?
Okay, so we should be separate in the world stage.
Yeah, again, we've done that because of the Biden-Harris administration. Yes.
Okay. So how are we ever going to be able to compete?
We are competing. We're the strongest economy on earth.
That build this stuff.
Wait, Liam.
Isn't there already, even with like the CHIPS Act, the big CHIPS Act that you guys talk about all the time? Mm-hmm. So where did all of those chips come from prior to us building our
China.
own? Okay.
China. I'm sorry, Taiwan.
Did they make a lot of money off of us purchasing chips and stuff from them? Yeah, right?
Private companies in Taiwan, probably.
A lot of money, right?
Sure.
There's some issues as well with that. And why did you guys ever talk about the issues that are now happening because of us, no longer wanting to do those trade deals with Taiwan or China versus the CHIPS Act? You always want to deflect to pass the greatest bills ever, the CHIPS Act, the infrastructure bills, and all this stuff. As you guys, I heard you guys for years going, infrastructure bills, CHIPS Acts, Science Act, and all this stuff, constantly over and over and over again. But you guys don't ever talk about weighing the costs of what this actually does, It's like it's not just all benefits, dude. Okay.
Yeah, of course. I don't think like the U.S. government is efficient. I think that there's obviously problems along the way, but that's exactly what I did in the beginning. I mentioned the CHIPS Act because we're talking about boosting domestic production by giving private companies tax cuts as opposed to like blanket tariffs to produce domestic productions and weighing the pros and cons to that. So yeah, I mean, again, like I think that like when you have this perception that the U.S. economy is like, how are we ever going to compete? Like, look up. We are dominating the world stage in terms of the economy. The numbers just don't lie. Our GDP doubled every other nation, doubled the next nation under us last year. It's going to do the same.
I agree.
This year, the U.S. dollar,
is point.
But again, if the Biden-Harris administration has been able to, a lot of that is because of them. We've had the fastest recovery ever. The dollar is stronger than it ever has been. China's currency is struggling. Obviously, the Russian currency is really struggling. Our inflation rate is, almost at the 2% target. The S&P 500 and the Dow have hit 56 all-time highs this year. Wages have outpaced inflation for 18 straight months. You want to talk about like competing on the world stage? We're dominating. It's not even close. Everybody, the U.S. like just in terms of the U.S. dollar strength, how many countries how often the dollar is being used?
Everybody knows this. Everybody knows.
Okay,
this.
so why? What? But you said part of the reason you voted for Trump was because how are we going to compete in the economy? Like, do you give any credit for the fact the economy is so good to Biden-Harris?
So I mean, there's some points of their. I think that. Do you have the Trump dance? Can you do the Trump dance for me? Do the Trump dance. Come on. Show me. Anyway, dude, I mean, Biden's been in office for like 90 years or something. I hope that the guy can do something. I mean, I hope he puts he's not doing anything, but I hope he puts the right people in place.
In like 25 years, you guys
got BlackRock in there, economic.
Well, how does explain what BlackRock is?
Explain what BlackRock is?
Uh-huh.
That's like some of the biggest property owners in all of the United States. Okay, they have a larger GDP in the world outside of just 2 countries. Okay.
So like when you say they have like a large.
So when they say jump, Biden says, "How high would you like me to jump?"
When you say like the highest GDP, like what? So they're just like they have like tons of wealth.
They have a lot of wealth. Yeah, they have a lot of power and a lot of wealth. Okay.
Why? What do they do?
They're landholders, property owners.
See, this is what I'm talking about. No, BlackRock does own a lot of property, but that number you're referring to in terms of the GDP, that's not their money. BlackRock is a wealth management.
Their assets, dude.
Yeah, no. But you understand when you say their assets, you understand the vast majority of their assets is not their money. They're a wealth management company. They take other people's money to invest in things. So yeah, I agree. BlackRock is like buying up to.
What the fuck is the point, dude?
The point is this. I'll explain because people get upset when I do this. BlackRock is obviously needs regulation, and they own too many properties. But when you go on something like, oh my God, BlackRock has so much wealth, they could be.
God, everyone knows in the chat here. It's basically like the banking system.
But that's the problem I have. This is where like we just dive into falsehood of like. When you lack an understanding of how things work, and it causes people to go down.
You lack an understanding.
Liam, let me talk. I obviously I don't think BlackRock is a great company. They own too many houses. They need regulation. But when you say like, oh, they have the 3rd largest GDP because they own land and they have so many assets, like you understand the vast majority of that money is other people's money. They make money managing wealth. So like when you go on this whole thing of like, oh my God, it's so scary. There's just this company out there that owns hundreds of trillions of dollars and they're taking over the world. Like not really.
How many BlackRock associates worked under the Biden administration?
Oh my God. I have no idea. But
you have no idea, and this is your party, bro.
You thought that you didn't know that BlackRock was a wealth management company. You think BlackRock is just
know this? You didn't know?
Teach you what BlackRock does. You say something like BlackRock.
You're teaching me how.
You don't know what BlackRock is.
You're teaching me how the banking system works. That the bank doesn't own all the money. How did BlackRock get popular? Why do you keep talking over me?
How did BlackRock get popular? How did BlackRock get popular?
You are an absolute.
How did BlackRock start making money? I'm asking you.
You know body gestures Body gestures show someone's confidence. Here's you, dude. Here's you right now.
So
Here's
Liam, you started the live again saying like you started the live. You started again like
does this look like I'm confident?
You started the live, so we can pivot here. You started the live saying I was dumb. Can you tell me what BlackRock does? How did BlackRock like begin to accumulate wealth?
Oh my God!
How did BlackRock begin to accumulate wealth?
They went into business.
Doing what?
So now it's time.
Oh my God!
So
See,
now,
like you do not understand what you talk about. BlackRock became popular because they were able to manage the 2008 financial crisis very well, and so they became popular as a wealth management company. People after 2008 flooded money to BlackRock because they're like, "Oh my God, you guys have a good system in terms of fighting off recession."
We're still talking about that BlackRock is essentially like the banking system where they don't own the assets, okay? They basically just make people money.
It's hard.
Dude, you're an absolute bonehead, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Why
do you think I started TikTok?
How many frat parties do you go to a week, would you say?
None.
Listen,
why do you think I started TikTok, man?
Probably because you needed friends, maybe. Probably because Harry said, "Hey, dude, listen, I got this thing going on, and if you do a little bit of research, we could probably be like the white dudes for Harris, and it would be awesome." You know,
I didn't post.
We could actually talk down on all these conservative Christian people and tell them how they were foolish for voting for like a conservative party, kind of stuff like that, you know?
Well, I started TikTok.
What makes you a liberal? Tell me about.
Sure.
I want to hear about I don't want to hear about this debate bullshit. I want to hear what makes you who you are. Tell me that. How were you raised? Tell me a little bit about who you are, because you said you're a boy. I think you're a man, but I want to know who you are, Chris.
Yeah, sure. So I was born in like a lab, and George Soros and Hillary Clinton got put torches together, and they started chanting around me, and then they paid me.
See that, guys? That's how much I need him on my panel. That's how much I need him around. I asked him a genuine question about honestly who he was and wanted him to explain himself to you guys. He's so disingenuous, he can't even do that. If you think I'm going to sit here and listen to that, sorry, I'm not going to.
Oh, hey, bestie. What's up?
Is that where we are? We're besties right now?
I mean, I feel like we're always frenemies at the least.
Kristen.
What? You know, I'm far more intrigued to be a part of this bodily analysis that you're doing, and also your conceptualization of what a beta male is.
I want you to tell the chat how long I've been around and just going into opposition lives.
Oh, yeah.
And not caring that I'm muted, poked at, made fun of, or anything. I still came back and wanted to fight my own fight and just be true to who I am. I didn't do it for the coins. I've never done it for the money. Okay? I've come directly at you about people's character and was like, why are you sitting on these people's panels? Okay? I haven't changed my view at all. Okay?
Yeah, I can confirm that. I've seen you blocked from GT's live no less than 3 times.
Do you think
your boundaries are fun. But yeah, no, I mean, we've always been chill.
You think that it's kind of funny now that he has actually opened up his live because the pushback has happened and now he wants me to come back into his page? That guy's GT is a dirt bag, dude.
Well, I'm never going to talk about other bestie GT poorly, but what I will say is you are fun up.
I want the word to get around, okay? The man is disingenuous.
Okay, whatever. Can you tell me what a beta male is, Liam? Because that's what I really want to know.
That's the guys that you kind of want to get with, and that's why the broken relationships have happened so long in your life, Kristen. So anyway, let me see. Santana, I see you there in the request, and I was going to bring you up, but after your semantics with having me on your panel and having the rest of the guys there and just doing what you did last time, and I just took it and allowed you guys to have your fun, I'm actually, watch this, I'm going to bring up Isaiah is what I'm going to do. And Santana, you can sit down there and you can listen, okay?
So, hey, Isaiah, you heard that, right? That was for you.
Liam, bro. Come on, dog.
You know, listen. And I didn't
You
even
know
try
you
to.
saw me in this
And I didn't
chat
even
for
try
how
to.
long?
Listen, I didn't even try to, but you know that Chris got cooked right there, okay? Just tell
Chris,
the
Liam, I love you, but Chris destroyed you, bro.
dude, Chris got cooked
Chris made
so
you.
bad.
Chris
And I
literally made
wasn't
you
even
beg for
trying.
mercy.
And I wasn't even trying, man. That's just the point. Listen to me. You don't have to come to my side, Isaiah. But I feel like we've had a little bit of a bond, you and I. Could we say that?
Sure. But you
Right?
still got cooked.
I didn't get cooked, dude. I didn't get cooked.
You got cooked.
No, I didn't.
You ever been to Raising Cane's?
I don't believe I have, actually.
You got chicken tendered, my friend.
Why are you bringing up chicken places, bro?
Because I like chicken.
You know what? I could do this for you, just so the chat knows who you are. Do you want to explain who you are? Why you do what you do? And be genuine and not disingenuous like Chris?
I mean, if people want to know, they could ask ChatGPT who I am.
What makes Isaiah Isaiah? I want to find some credibility in you guys is what I'm trying to do. And I gave him the floor, dude.
I think Chris was cooking you, though. I mean, if I'm just being real.
Dude, I'm not going to listen to you talk bullshit right now, okay?
But what's bullshit?
So I asked you a question. Do you want to explain who you are? Why you are who you are?
I mean, I'm just a guy who likes politics. So I talk about politics.
Why
destroy Trump supporters.
Why did you migrate?
And I make them beg for mercy.
Why did you migrate towards politics? Was it for the money on TikTok?
No.
Was it for the fame?
No.
Was it for the girls?
Maybe.
Okay, so you're looking for a girl.
Maybe.
I think Shar is down. You want me to bring her up? She likes you all. Want me to bring her up?
We love Shar.
Okay, Shar. I'm gonna have a little love connection here. This is gonna be a liberal love connection. You guys can talk about having pro-choice conversations here. And,
What?
yeah, you could talk about how Donald Trump is terrible. Maybe you guys can bond.
We already bonded over it, so you're a little late.
It's true.
Okay.
I stay telling people to come to your lives. Can you please repay me by adding Santana?
If you guys
It's not hard for you, Liam. I've got to
you
say.
guys both leave, I might bring Santana up.
This is censorship. What do you mean we have to leave?
I mean, you don't have to. Take your pick. Do you want to have yourself up here or Santana?
I'll come back later. Add Santana.
Oh my gosh.
You see that, bro? So you're gonna allow Santana up over Shar.
Hey, bros before friends.
You know what's funny? Liam, I don't even really want up. I think my buddy, I'm really important. I think he's in the chat. So I was gonna say, actually add him. He hasn't spoken with you. Liam, like you and I think we can be cordial, right? Like,
I think we can be cordial, dude.
we're both grown men, right?
Dude, listen, just coming over to your panel last time with I'm good with it. I just stuck around. It was
But
like,
Liam,
hey,
you know why that happened,
listen,
right?
dude, listen. Hang on a second. You got to understand this, dude. You can have somebody who's the biggest piece of shit in the world, and so I just don't like the way that sounds right now. So he's got to go. This is the thing you got to know, Santana. I don't need you. I don't need Good Trouble. I don't need the guys behind me. I don't need anybody to build my page. You understand that? Because I don't do it for the money, and I don't do it for the fame, and I don't do it for anything else. And I'll tell you what, right now, that's why the people are coming in, not because of you guys. So let's see. I'm going to just bring some randoms up here that have never been up here before. Hello, 47.
Hey, I like get what you're doing, honestly. But like you should really just go after like the topic you're talking about and like forget the politics, because they're very well versed in stuff. And if you want to get your point across, just go after what you have above you, you know?
What's that? I've been going after everything that I want to go after. Okay.
Well, like, you're not going to change these people's minds. They're bought and paid for by, like, you know, the Democrats and stuff. Like, just like go after that. See,
You know what,
get
the
more
thing is-
information. You know, like
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is you follow the money. Okay. You always follow the money. And just as you stated, every one of these guys, whether it's larger donors, you know, like Harry, you know, I can't speak for the rest of them, you know, probably Parker at this point, probably Dean as well. But it's just people that are just making money and disingenuous, okay? And they're being glorified. These dudes are going to be brought to the White House for the shit that they've done on here, and they act like they hold no responsibility. Other times they act like we are massive creators and we're bringing forth a new world order of truth and all this bullshit, you know? And I'm just like, you know what? Let's get some creators out here that don't take donations. Let's see what kind of support system they get. Okay?
okay.
You know, and I don't have I would have zero credibility if I was coming up here and asking for gifts and donations. I never will. All right?
Okay, I think your intentions are probably good and stuff, but you're just not coming across like clear enough. And like you should, I don't know. You do whatever you want, man. But like I do get what you're trying to do. It's just that, you know, if you're not like very informed with like the politics, like you're not gonna win with these guys.
How informed do I have to be in the politics world? Do you honestly think that I have to come up here and I have to battle over the bullshit and the receipts? Listen, this is how dumb this
Bring up the other person that I'm so important or whatever.
Who's I'm so important?
I don't know. Some he's like I'm so, it's something like that. I've been on his live before.
Yeah. I'm not going to bring anybody up that I don't want to bring up. I don't care about people that I'm so important. I don't see that person in the chat anyway. I'll bring a few guests up here. Tyler.
How you doing, Moose? Or Liam?
What's up, dude? What's going on?
Not a lot, man.
I guess somebody I might bring up another guest here for just a few minutes. Let me see. Somebody was asking to bring this guy up.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on, dude? Have we spoken before?
I don't think so. I like your background.
Do you? You enjoy those guys?
I do. I like them.
Nice. Why do you like them?
Well, they're intelligent young men who are doing the Lord's work out here, teaching MAGA.
Doing the Lord's work out there?
Doing the Lord's work, the people that so you say the Lord's work, right? So like the people that hate on the Lord and belittle people that support religion?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, they do. They do.
What's the point of calling another man beta? That's kind of beta behavior, don't you think?
Which one is called beta?
Well, it says right behind you. You've got a picture of 4 guys in their early 20s behind you. How old are you?
Old enough to know better.
Why do you have these men half your age behind you? It's kind of like a teen girl's bedroom.
Just because I want to rub it in people's face like yours that supported Kamala Harris and told people like myself and the rest of the conservative Christian Trump supporters that we were misogynist, racist,
Right. What do you?
homophobes, and the whole thing, all that.
Only you can allow your feelings to get hurt. So you're just revealing that you got your feelings hurt.
Did you meet your gifting goal on your page today?
I'd like to think I did. Yeah.
Okay. Did you get plenty of donations today on your page?
I think I made $22 today on my 5 hours.
Yeah, you're full of shit, dude.
$22 in your 5 hours. Do you think maybe you should maybe go get a job then? Maybe you should just do it for. Maybe you should get ultimate credibility and stop asking and panhandling like the rest of them, and then maybe you'd be something different.
But what's wrong with making money doing this?
I don't know, but it looks disingenuous to me and a lot of people when these people that work hard for a living then come on here and have a little page and go, I want to come up here, and they got people like you, okay, that shove their facts down their throat, because I could pull up facts that would talk to you about how coffee would make you blind, and then on the other hand, I could pull up a fact that says coffee improves your eyesight. So that's facts on both sides of the coin, right?
Never heard that one.
Are we more for common sense nowadays?
I'm just trying to figure out who hurt you, man. Like, why are you so upset about these guys? Why can't you just make your own content, talk about what you care about?
I am making my own content.
You're talking about 4 guys in their early 20s all day long. It's kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, bro. That's what it is. Yep. Is that what you?
What do you do? What do you do? What do you do for a living?
I do a lot of different things.
Oh, you do a lot of things?
Yep. I've been working full time since I was 7 years old. I'm 43 at this point.
What do you do right now for a living?
I have a construction company. I have a hauling company. I have a professional band. I play music in front of band. I'm an entrepreneur in so many different ways. Like there's not enough hours in the day, honestly, being truthful with you, to even keep up with the shit that my brother and I do. So it's insane. So I'm definitely a busy person.
That's weird, because every time I come by here, I see you talking about these guys for hours.
Wow, you must come by here a lot then, because yeah. I mean, I wasn't on the last like 3 or 4 days at all, but wow, yeah, man. My page has been taken down every time Parker comes in it, or Dean. They stop in once in a while, but you seem to come by when I'm up all the time. This is crazy. So you know all about me then too, right?
I honestly don't know much. I just see that you have this poster behind you.
Thanks for coming up, though, man. I appreciate you. You come back when you have more educated points, and we'll have a conversation. Pretty cool.
I asked him why it was so important. I wanted to know why it was so important.
Wow. Absolute tool.
Jeez.
Yes, I'm back.
See, I told you I would bring you back. I'm good for my word. And listen to this, chat.
You're so kind.
Star and I, we don't even see eye to eye, and she voted for Harris.
Yes, we're best friends.
We are besties. See, I'm actually nice to people that are actually nice. Who was that last guy? Come on, what was that? He was boring.
Oh, sorry. I don't know him.
Do you want your friend Kristen to come back up? You guys could talk.
I don't know Kristen, but she can come up.
God, her voice is so annoying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you going to stand for this hate against a beautiful woman? A beautiful. That's so cool. Nobody asked.
Sorry, you can stand up for her. Kick some ass. Kick some ass for her, okay? Don't be talking down to the ladies.
I will. I protect my women.
Take him down. You don't have to take that. I won't kick you off the panel if you're speaking up. Who's this person?
Who's this guy?
Who's this guy? Wow. Well, you have a cool smile. You seem like you have a lot of joy. So thanks for stopping in.
Sorry.
Well, January 20.
I want you guys. I want you guys to understand this right now. You see this guy Chaplin, okay?
is coming up here. You guys call this monologuing, okay? I believe that this man came up here. He's exceptionally genuine. You have somebody like Shar, who's young, and she's, and she's like, oh my gosh, there's another 43-year-old. This is so creepy. You're gonna kind of laugh.
Bro, what are you talking about?
So listen, but I'm gonna tell you what right now, dude. It's very easy to listen to you because you are saying the right things, okay? And I think that you are bridging the gap in the stuff that you're saying. This is what TikTok should be about, you guys, okay? Because this is bridging the gap between us, the Democrats, Republican Party. And what you're saying, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, well, it's kind of like that's what it is. I mean, to be honest with you, out of all four of them, one on one, Chris is the most respectful for sure, 100%. Okay, that's probably due to him not having the platform and the following because with money and fame and fortune, all that comes more problems. Okay, we all know that. It's just hard. That's just hard. It's just hard for that stuff's hard to deal with. It is, and but Chris came up here and I wanted to see how genuine he was going to be, and he was really just like all about like, here I am. You wanted me. Here I am, man. It's debate time. Let's go. It's debate time. Microphone back over. It's debate. I'm like, you actually look at somebody's body, like their chemistry, like how like closed off they are, or this or that. You can honestly see where they're coming from. And I think inside there's a bit of like, hey, I realize that I might be in over my head right now. I'm not saying in the debate space with me, but like I might not have all the credibility that I actually think I have right now,
Hold on, Charlie. Yeah, I just want to say I've debated Chris before, and he was very respectful to me. But I haven't debated the others. But I've seen them debate other people, and they were not like how Chris is. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, Shar, you can chime in on this as you want to as well, but I'm going to probably rotate the panel a little bit. There's a lot of other people that want to come up, you guys, too. So, Chaplain, if you want to come back up, dude, you've been awesome. I want you to hang around and stuff. If you're willing to come right back in a little bit as well, dude. So, what state are you in? What state are you in? I want to talk to you more, though, dude. You're a super interesting dude for sure, man. I appreciate you coming up.
Please come back. Please come back, dude.
I didn't expect to be out.
Please come
thank
back,
you.
dude.
Yeah, I would love.
That guy's, dude. Char, come on. Was that dude not awesome or what? You should smile on his face.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
Yeah, let's see. I got some people. This person has never been up before. Let me see. This could go south really quick.
Liam, this is a Democrat. I guarantee it.
What's that?
This is a Democrat, dude. I guarantee it.
Yeah, they're not loading in. Guest, you're not loading in, so drop out, come back in. Shar, you better start yelling at us. We're going to kick you off the panel.
Give me something to yell at.
Yes, it's Connor.
God. Connor?
Yo, what's up, Liam?
What's up, dude?
Me and you are on good terms right now, bro. I appreciate you.
Are we? Why are we on good terms? Actually, last time we spoke, it was pretty good, weren't we?
Yeah, you said you'd buy me a beer.
Yeah, I said we would probably hang.
Yeah.
You thought I was the worst person on planet Earth because I was coming against the soy boys here behind me, and then you're like, "Oh, we talked," and you're like, "Okay, maybe they are soy boys." That's kind of the way it went, right?
Where did soy boy originate from? Like, what is wrong?
I'm going to tell you what. When I call them Starbucks latte soy boys, they literally despise it. It's like throwing gas on a fire. It's crazy.
I think it just doesn't make sense. Like, do you feel superior because you drink lactose milk? What is it?
Yes, I do actually. Yes. Yup.
Why?
Because, it's like you got to have whole milk, to have the
whole milk is disgusting.
The true calcium, the true cow pus. You gotta go deep, man. So.
Hey, Tyler, I gotta tell you that